Welcome to Brown's Rod and Custom, your home for street rods, muscle cars, and Volkswagen content. This is my dad, Big Ron. He's our body man and fabricator. This is my beautiful wife, Megan, our editor-in-chief and supporter. And this is me, Adam, the designer and mechanic for our projects. If you find our videos helpful, like and subscribe for more content. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Brown's Rod and Custom. Happy Saturday. It's June 7th, about 11 o'clock in the morning, and we are back on Project Save Big Red. We are trying to button up all of the connections and get everything hooked up the way it's supposed to be electronically, and all the fluids and all that hoses figured out. And I think we're close. Let me show you here. So, Project Save Big Red, for those of you that didn't see, put it on. We did a frame swap, put it on a new frame, switched out all the suspension, fixed everything. I'm not going to get into all of it, but that's what we did. So right now we're figuring out, all the wiring stuff, right? We got a little ground that goes there. We got all these wires over here. We got to hook this one up here, right there, so on and so forth. Figuring out the grounds. What we did and how we did it. Got the engine cover back on. Just starting to dial this in. We have the brakes hooked back up already, and all the electrical connectors up. This wire doesn't actually go to anything. I gotta cut it off. And but this is where we're at. So what you can expect to see today for sure is we're going to put the beam back in here. Actually, no. It's already there. We're going to hook the engine hoist up to here, pick this body up just a little bit, and scooch it that way to the driver's side about a 1/4 to a 1/2 inch. And we might do that by lifting up the front here and lifting up the back on the pinch welds just a little, and then pushing the frame this way just a tick, because it's on these rollers and it rolls a lot easier than that body's going to move from a safety perspective, right? So we're close, but that's going to be the next thing we're going to be doing here in a minute. And then once that's done and the body bolts go in, then we're going to jack up the rear, get the tires on this thing. We'll probably put the best tires on the front, and we'll take the fronts, put them back here, and do a whole swap-a-roo, make sure there's air in all of them, get all that done. That's definitely going to happen. As well as just continuing to dial things in up here. I might mess with headlights and start figuring that kind of stuff out, right? And this front cross beam here will probably go in at some point, so on and so forth. Probably get the radiator hoses on this side. Just getting everything kind of where it's supposed to be, right? So that's what we're doing here. Weird weather today, hotter than hell. It's kind of like a sauna out here right now. For those of you that don't know, we're in kind of central Florida, Tampa area. We're in Spring Hill, but it rained a little bit ago. It was fine, and then it rained, and then it became a steam bath and went away, but they're saying we could get something today. So we got to kind of be on our toes with the weather, make sure we have everything in a place, in a position where we can just button it back up quickly, so nothing gets destroyed. But that's where we're at, guys. That's what we're going to be doing. And at some point today, I absolutely have to do it. I've changed the oil on my car. Got to do that. So that shouldn't be that big a deal. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Trying to get this just dialed in, keep putting it back together, making things work. Might even hook up the batteries and key on the ignition, not start it, but key on the ignition and just see if anything, what we've got, right? So stay tuned. I'll bring all this to you. And we're starting to get our truck back, boys, which is really exciting because we are 53 days to the Louisville Street Rod Nationals. And this is about halfway there. And I'd say about 60% done. And this one is really kind of knocking on the door here. So I know it seems like we got a long way to go, but we're really not that far off. Hooking a couple things up, some body mounts, bed line the bed, set the bed on here, change a couple parts on the front of the engine, water pump, belt tensioner, belt, that deal, just because, I mean, it's never going to get any easier than this. And hooking a few more things up and we should be driving. And about, you know, 20 gallons of fluid. So between oil, power steering, brake fluid, antifreeze, all the things that are no longer in this. Transmission fluid, so on and so forth. So stay tuned. We'll bring all this to you. We'll see you in a minute. Okay guys, welcome back. We are hard at work. It is, again, 91 with 55% humidity in the garage. We are baking. This is going to be one of the next things to go on, the running boards. Right now we've got all the body bolts in. Cleaned up some stuff today. I had to take the battery box back out, the battery, unhook these wires, and rerun all this headlight wiring here and all of this back behind the battery box. It was over here, just in the way. And if you see, we're going to put the intake and mounts the front of the turbo and then the intercooler piping. It would have never worked. So got that ran correctly, and now that looks great. You're good, right? And so now we're in a good spot there. Also went ahead and got the lower rad hose on to the motor and the upper rad hose, that radiator hose. We've got a lot of the wiring and grounds and stuff figured out. We're pretty much wired up. I got to do this wire here, and then we're pretty much there. These two here go to this. Once I get this in, which goes right here. So not too bad, not too bad. Big Ron's right now is going through finishing up the body bolts. So the cab bolts into the frame. They're all in at the moment. He's just finishing up, making sure everything's dialed in. Once he does that, then we'll put the running boards on. Then we'll jack this thing up. You can see I've already taken the lug nuts off here. We're gonna jack this up, and probably we're definitely going to put the best two tires. So it's gonna be this one and that one. We're gonna go in the front. I pulled these out from the side yard, hosed them off, got spider webs and stuff off of them. But these will go on the front, and the fronts will go on the back, along with the other two not as great tires. And then we'll be on wheels. So that's kind of the plan here. It's not a sexy day. It's just hooking everything back up. It's just a day that has to happen. I do have the headlights in and hooked up. They're good to go. This wire you see hanging down here on both sides is for the fog lights. So once we put the bumper on here, then we'll be good there. Just a lot of moving parts and little things. We got a bunch of stuff wire tied and cleaned up, like up in here. All the gauge wiring and stuff. Just keeping it clean. Making it to where it's going to be easy the next time we do this. But yeah, that's what we're doing right now, boys. Just getting her together. Now, I did have a guy come by and pick up or purchase the front strut assemblies for the Super Beetle frame. So that went to a nice guy named Richard. So Richard, if you're watching this, it was a pleasure meeting you. So they're going to go on his 74, so that hopefully he'll have those on in the next couple days and have himself a nice ride. So that was the Impy adjustable strut housings with the Impy struts with the new coil springs. So he got those, and that's a big deal because that, honest to God, it's just, they're heavy and they're in the way. They're kind of bulky, kind of heavy, and just in the way in my camper, and I just needed them to go away. So they're gone. So we're starting to get that done. The boys, doesn't this look, it looks like a brand new damn truck. Look under there. Everything all painted and nice and clean. It's awesome. I love it. Love how this is turning out. So anyway, guys, I'm going to help Ron. We'll get these running boards on here. I think we're getting ready to do that right now. I might set the camera up and let you watch that, and we'll go from there. We'll see you in a minute. guys, welcome back. Alright, so I got some footage of what we were doing, but it was really just in the teeth of the engine bay. I'd have never gotten you good footage, so I'm just going to show you what we did. And I think you can see what we did. We got both headlights in. Both of them are in, looking beautiful. We got the hubcaps back on it. We got the best tires on the front and the other ones on the back. We did that, got the air pressures right in all the tires, got everything torqued down, hubcaps on, so on. We got the running boards in. All the cab and body mounts are done. They're all tightened down, done, ready to rock. This thing is not moving. We don't have to worry about it blowing away in a storm. So that's exciting. We are down to a handful of things, really. So, been working up under the hood here. I'll show you this. Can you pop the hood for me? I think you gotta do it on the inside. Ron's gonna pop it for us. I was just doing a TikTok video and shut it. Alright. So, first thing you're gonna notice, we put the upper core support bar in. This one's in. Now we gotta weld this up. We'll probably do that tomorrow. I got the intercooler pipe on the cold side. See that here? It's a little hard to see, but it's there. Did not do the hot side yet because I need a clamp, but we'll be doing that tomorrow. Go get a clamp. All the wiring here got cleaned up. All the headlight wiring and stuff was over here. Had to take this battery box out in the battery and all this and unhook it, run it behind it, get everything correctly done. All the grounds and all of that hooked up correctly. Cleaned up all of this. We are pretty close. We got the washer fluid jug in, radiator hoses are in. I mean, just a whole lot of technical stuff happened today. So we're in a good place. Tomorrow we're gonna continue. We're not gonna do the front of the engine stuff yet. We're just gonna put it back together and see if it starts. And we might do that after Louisville, just because none of this stuff is bad. It still works. We may put an alternator on. That might be a thing, but that's something we can do from the top. It's not the end of the world. But for now, trying to get this to Louisville, get it all back together. I think it's smart just to put it back together at this point, see if it starts, before we change everything on the truck. So tomorrow we'll be putting the radiator, intercooler, clutch fan, all that in, intercooler piping in, radiator hoses hooked up, all of that, probably the front bumper. Really dialing in the front of this tomorrow, okay? Finishing up what wiring we have left and so on. Thursday, I'm gonna buy a bed liner kit and we're gonna get this bed line by this weekend, okay? I want that bed on this truck by Monday morning next week, okay? Not this Monday, but the following, okay? So that's where we're at. Really happy with it so far. It looks amazing. It's so nice to see it on all six paws at this point. And you know, we're almost ready to hook power to it. It's just great. So anyways, guys, that's where we're at. I hope you're having a great night. Here's your daily Volkswagen Thing content. I did sell my struts for the Super Beetle. Finally, the empty struts and coil springs and all that, that sold today, so that was good. Getting some things out of here to make room for Apache parts, because we need room for Apache parts. So got to get some of this other stuff cleared out of here. Anyways, guys, battery's about to die. Hope you're having a great night. And I will see you guys in the morning for more Project Save Big Red.